noise is. GPU arm ready, targeting part. Point.
Bomb away. Good hit. You are back in active pause. Set HUD to soy with coolie hat up short. Using HOTAS, DMS aft, set the current steer point to steer point 2. Make TAD soy with coolie hat left long. Then set SPI to current steer point with TMS aft long. Press the spacebar to resume flight and turn towards steer point 2. Once you are heading in the direction of steer point 2, press the spacebar. The next engagement will demonstrate the A10C's data link capabilities. With EPLRS, the position of other blue units is shown on the TAD as a small X. This reduces the chances of friendly fire incidents. TAD is soy. Press TMS aft short to unhook from steer point 2. Slewed the cursor over the small X near the center of the TAD. This is the location of JTAC Dark Knight 11, who you will work with to engage the next set of targets. Note that from EPLRS is added to the hook track details. This indicates information from a friendly unit. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
I don't see no X. Slew the cursor over the small X near the center of the tab. Note that FM email is added to the hook. FM EPLRS.
You will now establish communications with the JTAC. This will be a simple JTAC controlled engagement without many other radio calls. After each JTAC transmission, press the spacebar to continue. At any time during comms with the JTAC, if the comms menu is not automatically displayed, press HOTAS mic switch forward. Let's begin. Press HOTAS mic switch forward to activate the ARC-210 radio. Using the comms menu, press F4, JTAC Dark Knight 11, F1, check in 15 minutes.
I don't think I got that set up. That's why I screwed up yesterday. Joystick button 105. Oh.
Dark Knight 1-1. This is Hog 1-1. A10. 18 nautical southwest of IP. Forward at 6,000. Armed with AGM 65D. GBU 12. 1,100. Cannon. Time on station is 0 plus 15. Available for tasking. What do you have for us?
Next, the JTAC will send the 9 line. If you do not remember it all, don't worry.
This is Dark Knight 1.
Press comms menu F1 ready to copy.
copy. Line is as follows. Ford, 243, 15 nautical, 110 feet MSL. Column of armored vehicle, Golf Hotel, 1989170. No mark, 0. Northeast, 2,100 meters. Troops in contact. Egress east to Ford. Advise when ready for remarks and further talk on.
You are asked to advise when ready for remarks. Use comms menu F1, ready to copy remarks.
Ready to copy remarks.
In its remarks, the JTAC requested AGM-65D. This is a good point to select the Maverick as your active weapon. Set HUD SOI, select Maverick, then go back to TAD SOI. Then answer the JTAC with comms menu F1 99 readback.
Ready to copy remarks.
The targeting info and 9-line have been sent via the data link. You will see notices on both MFCD and the HUD that you have received a data link message. Cycle Coolie Hat right short to the message display on the right multifunction color display. You should see the entire 9-line. Using push button 11, AC, acknowledge the message, press twice. Then Coolie Hat right short back to TGP display. On the TAD,
Oh shit.
you will see attack flashing on the top center of the display. You will also see a small triangle blinking near the NGB Gali map notation. On the left multifunction display, press push button 19, Wilco, to acknowledge that you will engage the target. The attack advisory will disappear and the triangle will show steady. Press the spacebar to continue. The next step is to take the JTAC provided information and use it to achieve a good target lock on one of the armored vehicles. You will use HOTAS for all steps. The process is as follows. 1. TAD is SOI. Slew cursor over the target triangle on the TAD. Hard hook and make SPI. 2. Set TGP soy. Slave all to SPI. Use TGP to find a vehicle and make point target, and then make it SPI. 3. Set left multifunction color display to MAV, coolie hat left short. Make MAV soy, coolie hat left long. Set MAV seeker to SPI, China hat forward long. If needed, zoom field of view, China hat forward short. Track target, TMS forward short. At this point, the Maverick missile should be locked, and you can shoot it with press hold OTAS weapon release button. Follow the steps and engage.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't work, sir. That didn't work at all. Cursor over target on the tag. Cause that's JTAG right there. Yeah, that's JTAG. And there's something right there. You know what? I think I was too close. Yeah. I was supposed to go another way. TMS forward short. Set targeting pod to soy coolie head right long. Slave China head forward long. Yeah, I don't think that's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's all in the mountains. Oh yeah, that's nothing. Alright, I screwed up. Yeah, I screwed that up. Let's just try something else. I can't go to F10 map. Maybe I can. I don't know, this thing is looking way over there in the mountains. That's one thing about it, you screw up. Yeah, if you screw up, there ain't no. You gotta save mission. Can I do a watch track and fast forward? I don't think so. I think it's gonna screw up before I get to that point. Okay, I was I was gonna I was going to be a A10 pilot, but I can't get past this mission or this training. And you need to learn this before you get down to these because it's gonna tell you refer back to stuff you learned here and here and here. Now let's do something simple. I don't think I gotta refer back to nothing to do this. Well, you gotta do navigation.
Welcome to the training flight on the employment of unguided rockets and the GAU-8A gun against stationary and mobile ground targets. In this lesson, we'll review the HUD indications for gun and rocket employment, and then you'll have some range time to try a few strafing runs. Before taking off, let's configure some settings for the sortie. First, set the IFC to test mode by left-clicking once so we can set up some gun options. Use the page and press the Enter key to select it. Now press the Enter key once again to enter the 30mm page. Press the Data Rocker key to set the ammo type to Combat Mix, because we are carrying live ammo today. Then scroll down to the Min Out setting and use the Data Rocker key again to set the minimum altitude to 500 feet. When finished, scroll down to Store and press Enter to exit this menu. Exit the previous menu using the exit line.
How do I change it to 500 feet, sir? Well, I mean, right off the bat, you left me
You
hanging.
can now set the IFC switch back to on by right-clicking once. Let's also take a look at the DSMS to review our payload. Press OSB 14 on the left MFCD. We are carrying a total of 4 LAU-68 rocket pods. These are loaded on stations 2 and 3 and 9 and 10. Let's adjust some release parameters. Press OSB 1 to enter the profile main page. Press OSB 19 to select the profile, and then press OSB 3 to enter the profile control page. B6 rotary to set the release type to ripple pairs. Set the ripple quantity to 3 by using the 3 key on the UFC, followed by the ripple quantity rotary on OSB 8. Press OSB 3 to save the profile changes.
Ripple pairs. Three.
Let's now bring up the TAD page for takeoff. We are now ready to proceed with the flight. Take off runway heading for waypoint 2. Climb to 6,000 feet. Maintain 180 knots in the climb. Let's set the master arm and gun pack switches on the AHCP to arm. Be ready for a slight stick forward input from the flight control system as precision attitude control is engaged. PAC will help keep the aircraft stable when the first stage of the trigger is depressed. This will help minimize pitch and yaw moments during cannon fire and achieve a tighter shot grouping around the gun pipper. Level off at 6,000 feet and maintain max engine power for waypoint 2. Autopilot is on.
Warning,
Let's
autopilot.
review the HUD indication relevant to gun employment. If not currently set, make sure the HUD is in guns mode by pressing the HOTAS Master Mode button or M key on the keyboard. The gun bore line cross is displayed above the center of the HUD. This cross represents the longitudinal axis of the gun. You may have to turn slightly off course to see the GBL cross. The gun ammo type and amount remaining are displayed in the data block of the left corner of the HUD. This currently indicates CM1150 for 1,150 rounds of combat mix. The A10C features 4 air-to-ground gun sight reticle options. The default and most informative reticle is the CCIP gun reticle, currently displayed on the HUD. Press the numpad asterisk key to zoom in on the HUD for a closer view of the gun sight. The main features of the CCIP gun reticle are the pipper dot in the center of the reticle and the unwinding range bar around the circumference. The 4 hash marks at the 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions reference the slant range to the target in thousands of feet.
Why is it so high?
When in range, the range bar unwinds counterclockwise. For example, if the range bar is at the bottom of the reticle, the slant range in feet is 6,000. The CCIP gun reticle also features a numerical indication of the slant range to target in nautical miles below the reticle. Finally, 2 moving target index marks inside the reticle indicate the aimingly required for a moving target traveling at 20 knots in a perpendicular direction to the pipper line of sight. These are currently latched to the outside limit of the reticle at 3 and 9 o'clock positions due to the high slant range. Set your steer point for waypoint 3 and let's head back inland. I'm going to disengage the autopilot so you can make the turn. Autopilot is off. You have control.
I can't see that gun reticle from here.
Autopilot is on. Make sure the HUD is set as soy using the HOTAS Coolie Hat Up command or U on the keyboard. Press the HOTAS DMS Right command or page down on the keyboard to switch the gun sight to the CCIP gun cross. The CCIP gun cross is a more compact version of the CCIP gun reticle. It provides the same aim accuracy but is less obtrusive on the HUD and does not include the moving target index marks. Press the HOTAS DMS Right command or page down on the keyboard again to select the 4A12 gun reticle. The 4A12 gun reticle is a degraded version of the CCIP gun reticle. It provides 3 impact point pippers inside the reticle for the preset ranges of 4,000, 8,000, and 12,000 feet. Normally, you would only use this gun sight if accurate target elevation data was not available for a CCIP solution. Press the HOTAS DMS Right command or page down on the keyboard to select the 4,000 foot gun cross sight. The 4,000 foot gun cross presets a gun solution for a range of 4,000 feet. Once again, this would normally be used only in cases of inaccurate target elevation data preventing a CCIP solution. All gun sights will indicate a minimum range Q as a triangular index to the right of the reticle when you are within 5 seconds of the minimum altitude set in the IFC 30mm menu. If you recall, we set this to 500 feet. The MRC will appear on level with the top of the reticle when you are within 5 seconds of the
that's
minimum
why it's
altitude
so high.
and move down to be on level with the bottom of the reticle when you are 5 seconds below the minimum altitude. Press the HOTAS DMS Right command or page down on the keyboard again to return to the CCIP gun reticle. Let's bring up CCIP mode to review HUD indication used for unguided rockets. Press the HOTAS Master Mode button once or the M key on the keyboard.
Okay, I'm gonna have to program that M key.
Press the HOTAS DMS right command or a page down on the keyboard to select rockets as the active profile. The rocket CCIP reticle is very similar to the CCIP gun reticle, except it will not utilize the moving target index marks. An RKT indication is added to the bottom of the reticle to identify this as a rocket sight. When employing rockets, the HUD continues to display a gun solution using a CCIP gun cross sight. This allows you to quickly follow a rocket attack with a gun strafe in the same pass. Additional indication on the HUD when using rockets includes the time of fall numeric at the top of the data block in the bottom left corner of the HUD. This currently reads 20 for 20 seconds. Set your steer point for waypoint 4 and let's turn toward the range. I'm going to disengage the autopilot so you can make the turn. Autopilot is off. You have control.
I don't know. Why is that thing so low? I know there's a way to bring it up. What are we doing?
Waypoint 4 is set up over the target range. A number of targets are positioned for rocket and gun fire. Your targets will be marked with smoke markers for each pass. As we approach the range, bring up the DSMS page on the left MFCD by pressing OSB 14. Your first target will be a group of stationary trucks set up for a rocket pass on the southwest corner of the range array. The target is now marked with red smoke and you are cleared hot. Press OSB 8 and 18 to deselect the stations from the active profile, in case you need a second try. As you approach to within 4 nautical miles, reduce power and begin to dive toward the target. The range bar will begin to unwind as you fly within weapons range. Keep the pipper on the target and open fire when within 2 nautical miles. Press and hold the trigger to fire the entire ripple quantity. Do not target fixate. As soon as the attack is complete, pull up and away from the target toward the water and climb to regain altitude. Good hits on those targets.
Pull up.
Come off the target to the west toward the water and climb to 3,000 feet. We'll do a gun pass next. Switch to guns mode by pressing the HOTAS Master Mode button or the M key on the keyboard. Target 2 will be a group of stationary APCs on the northeast corner of the range array. The target is now marked with red smoke. Roll in on the target and strike down upon it with great vengeance and furious anger.
Oh, really, bro?
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Looks like that was a miss. Try another
Pull up,
pass.
pull up.
Good hits on those targets. Climb to 3,000 feet for a final gun pass against a moving target. Your final target will be a group of 2 vehicles. The target is moving clockwise around the target array. Target position now marked with red smoke. Cleared hot.
Pull up, pull up.
Good
Altitude,
hits on those
altitude.
targets. Climb out to 3,000 feet and level out. Rockets can also be employed in CCRP mode by designating a SPI over the target using the HUD TDC, the TAD cursor, or the TGP. This would allow you to engage from a longer range or even employ a lofting trajectory to reach targets at longer range, but the accuracy of such an attack will be diminished significantly. We'll try using CCRP mode with free fall and precision guided munitions instead. This concludes the training lesson on the use of the gun and unguided rockets against stationary and moving ground targets.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Slow as molasses.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
I'm not getting 100% out of these things.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Yeah.
Altitude, altitude.
Whoa.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Second element.
Capoletti, Hog 1, inbound.
Altitude, altitude.
Place the wheel chocks.
Nah, don't get no chief. Don't know if I'm really gonna become an A10 pilot. Seems complicated, but maybe that's because I got a purple heart. Guess I got a little bit too low on one of those. Yeah, it's just a lot in that A10. It's awesome though. Damn, that's a lot. Air to air? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Alright, I still got a keybind this one. This one is mostly done. Still got a keybind this one. Probably won't do nothing with that one. And I got a rekeybind this one. And that's it. So yeah, it's about another 6 months of keybinding. Uh, easily. What time is it? I got enough for one quick one. That's the wrong button. Hey man, this is not the guy I use. Oh, I lost my pilot. Wait a minute. No way I lost my pilot. Oh no. I'll fix it later. I know I still got my logbook, so I'll just bring him back. We'll bring him back. Every 2 hours, that might be a little bit too long. This is a lot. Night mission, no. Dawn Raiders. Let's see what this one is. If it's not too long, I'll do it. Oh no, this is real long. I ain't gonna be able to do this one. Fixed long range SA10. What are we supposed to do? Objective. am I at? Phase 2. Phase 3 strike player coat 1. Each flight will strike a primary and secondary target. Launch site. If I was doing this, I would probably be able to do this. Shahab 3 launch site. Where is that at? Yeah, it's gonna take too long. We have been here. DPL launches in the open. Yeah, that's gonna take too long. To assign target waypoint 3 and 4. Yeah, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. That's gonna take too long. That's probably at least an hour mission.